Okay, let's go to the next question or topic. Now we will go on the server machine because we are going to do some httpd stuff and Linux, SELinux. So SELinux is some kind of protection for the real world, for the Rocky Linux and real machines. The idea being that you protect certain services and ports and whatever to be accessed by some people. So the question will be, in this case, to allow SELinux for people to work on port 82 for httpd, httpd being the Apache HTTP server on the RHEL. And you are not allowed to set SELinux to permissive, and you are not allowed to move or relabel any file under this directory, because this is a directory that's being used for the files that you want to display with Apache. And the change must be persistent across reboots. So let's dig into this. Okay, first you need to check that SELinux is enforced, and you can use getenforce or what was it, sestatus, I think. Yeah, it's enabled. You see it's enforcing, so you can use either of those commands. Just make sure also at the end of the exam that it's working. This is important. So in the exam the port will already be changed in Apache, but we are going to change it ourselves because it's fun. Well, it's a little bit more work, but it's also good to know. So you will go to let's do a cat actually, cat etc httpd, and then you have config, and then you have something that httpd.conf, and you want to grep for listen, I think. Okay, it's not that this, so it might be a big one. You can also do it with, if you do it with I think it will, regardless, if I put it small, it should show it as well, because it's like ignoring the uppercase, lowercase. It's ignoring the case, basically. It will check both. So anyway, oh yeah, if you don't also use grep, well, check some videos about grep. Maybe I'll make some in the future. I mean, it's a very, very useful tool, very powerful. There is also grep that is great. It's made in Rust and it's even quicker than grep, but grep is a must if you're working with Linux. Anyway, so now we're going to change this. So you see that it's listening on port 80. So basically, if we do a SS tulpen, SS is to check what is listening on your machine. So if you check this, and I will enlarge this thing, it's still not large enough, but okay, like this is large enough, you will see that it's listening on port 80. Here you are, httpd listening on port 80. So we want it to be listening on port 82. So let's change that file. No, I did a cat, but now I will edit this file. I'm using Vim. You can use Nano, whatever. I really recommend running Vim at some point, but it's fine. So, and then you do listen. It's the small listen, I think. What? Pattern not found? Oh, okay. Maybe it was big. I forgot what I said before. Was it big? No, it's big. Okay. And here you have it. So you change it to 82. And that's good. Now, if we do a tulpen like this, it will still be 80. And why? Because we need to restart. Okay, let's clear that up. We need to restart httpd. So system control restart httpd, and then it will take into account the new stuff. Oh, an error. Why? This is new? Okay, let's have a look. Failed. Why? Ah, okay, well, this is exactly the problem. I'm stupid. This is exactly the problem, because we need to allow it in SELinux. So now we are having it, actually we can check, it's probably not listening because, no, it's not there, because it couldn't start. So now we don't even have HTTPD. So now we need to allow it in SELinux. So what we are gonna do, you need to remember by heart one command. This is important. This is called semanage. So if you do semanage, I suggest you do a man semanage, and then you will see If you go down, I think up to the end, there should be some examples. Okay, it's not there because you need to do it differently. So you need to use the man page, but you need to use the man page a little bit in a smart way. If you use the SEmanage port, so exit that, and then you will do mat SEmanage. You see, if you do a dash and then you do a double tab, it will tell you which man pages you have for the SEmanage, and you want the port one. So let's do that. This is important to know how to use the man pages. Man pages are not for the main thing only. These are also for the options or the different functionalities you have in a certain command. So for instance, if you type SEmanage only, you will not get the stuff. You need to find SEmanage-port. So you type that and then you have all the stuff. And here we have it. Look at that. You allow SSHD to listen on TCP port, a certain port. So this is exactly what we want. In our case, you see, this is the one we want, because this one would be slightly too much. It's a different port, but basically they are doing the same. So let's copy that, and we're going to use this, but in our case it's 82. If you didn't know which port that was, no, okay, it's made simple because we have exactly what we need in the man page. If it was not the case, you could also find what is this, because this is actually, it says SEmanage, the port. You will define a port that's going to be managed by SELinux. Then you adding it. Then you check which type you want to add. And then which port. And then this is a syntax for the port. So how do you find the type? I think there is a list thingy. So anyway, I will add it now, but I'm also going to check port, and I think if I do L, or maybe it's A-L or something. No, wait a second. I think I can do it like this. What is this? List, exactly, list. And here you have it. So you could have the whole list, and then if you just grep it by httpd, you don't find it, then http, and you will find this here. You see this is the one, because it has port 80 already. And now, okay, we added port 82, but before it was not there. And now it will be applied. But we also need, in our case, we also need to change the firewall settings. So in this case, okay, maybe they should say, yeah, they don't say anything about the firewall, but you will need the firewall as well. I think if we now start, if we try to restart httpd, oh, it worked actually, let me see. Interesting. Yeah, it worked, so it should be fine. It should be fine. So if I do a local host like this, curl http local host 82, and there we have it. There we have it. It worked. So in this case, I think it's because we did it already in the Vagrant file, but if ever you need to add it in the firewall, let's do it nonetheless. It's very useful and important. So you want to do, okay, not sudo, but firewall-cmd, and permanent is important. The option, the flag permanent is important, because otherwise it won't be permanent, and on the reboot it will not work. Then you do add port equals, and then 82 TCP. So you do that, it will add the port, you see, success. If you forgot how to do it, you do a man firewall cmd, and let's see if there is something else. Oh, no, I don't want so much. Okay, man firewall cmd. Let's just do like this. And you go down, I think it should tell you something. Oh man, it's somewhere in there. Okay, let's type TCP, for instance. Okay, you go through the TCP stuff, and there it is, for instance. You see? So typically you are allowing a port. You need to use, oh yeah, sorry, I didn't say, you can use the // I was confused which one is which, this thingy, and then you type TCP and then N, and then it will let you to navigate within the man pages. If you don't know how to do it, I strongly suggest you check a video on how to use the man page. Man page is something amazing and it's super important if you're doing anything in Linux. So here you have it. This is the command. If you forget it, well, this is the way. And don't forget to add the permanent flag. Okay? You have the syntax, you have everything, you don't need more. So once you have this, then you can do what I did here, but just with port 82. Good, then we need to reload the firewall also. If you don't reload the firewall, it won't be taken into account. In our case, it works already, but if it wouldn't, then you would need to reload it. Okay. So, and now, anyway, it's working already, so we solved the problem. So, what did we do? Let's go back in history. So, we are having, first of all, you check, I will put it down here, you check that the SELinux stuff is working with either getenforce or sestatus. Sestatus will give you more stuff. You can check where's the listening port in the httpd configuration file. Remember, everything configuration, or almost a lot of stuff, configuration is stored in the /etc. So if you go in the /etc httpd.conf, there you will find the httpd.conf file. That's where you have the settings. But normally you don't need to go there because it should be already set up. But in case it's not, then go there. There you exchange the port, you find the port with listen, and you exchange it with port 82. Normally it will already be done. You can check that it's the case with this command, this ss-tulpen. It displays all the ports. If you are not in root, by the way, you will be missing some information or it won't work. So be in root or use sudo. I suggest you be in root because it's much quicker than throughout the exam. Anyway, then you try to restart httpd. It won't work because the SELinux won't be working. So what you do, you check the man page of semanage port. You find the example and you adapt it to your sequence. Usually, in my case, it was exactly that I had to do. The semanage port -a-t, you find it in the example of the man page. You don't need to invent anything. You just go there, you copy paste it. It's easy. And then you're basically good to go. You just need to restart httpd. And that's it. That's it. So from there you can check also that the HTTPD server, the Apache server is working correctly by doing a curl. Basically localhost is telling like check on my own machine if port 82 is displaying something with the curl, and it will get it to you. Then you might need, if it doesn't work, it might be the firewall, then you need to open the firewall as well. You will use the firewall-cmd, permanent flag, and add port. You also find it in the man page. Check the man page, it's there. And you need to do also a firewall-cmd reload. And with all this, well, you're good to go. So that closes this session. And I think we're good. Let me check one last thing. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah. Okay, just make sure your chances are permanent. You can also reboot and recheck the curl, for instance, and with the port 82, and that should be working. If it's not, you did something wrong, try again. But that's it, basically. Okay, see you in the next session then.